Alright, hello everyone, welcome to my predictions for the 2022 version of WWE's Extreme Rules. Now, first things first, as a disclaimer to let everything out of the way, everybody wants Bray Wyatt to come back. Yeah, he's not coming back tonight. If anything, they're probably going to save him to come back on Raw, likely on Monday in Brooklyn. You know, you don't want to ruin a good moment like that. I don't see any logical way Bray Wyatt is going to make an appearance as The Fiend. There have been rumors, I'm sure you're aware, going back to when Vince officially said he was quitting professional wrestling. And of course now his son-in-law Triple H has complete control of the company. Now, given that we are noticing the positive changes, yes, I'm saying positive, of Triple H's NXT stars making an impact on the roster, and we'll go along as I explain it, pretty much now you're seeing a lot of these former NXT stars, pretty much before this NXT 2.0 nonsense began, they're making an impact. There's no question that you're noticing that, and that is because, and I've been saying this for a while, I've told everybody, the day that Triple H takes over this company, you're going to see a lot of dramatic changes. And I think Hunter, and I've said this time and time again, wants a positive outlook for the WWE. I think he cares a lot more about the company than his father-in-law did. So, no disrespect to Vince. Vince did a lot for this business, but at the end of the day, Triple H is more in touch with what we want. And he understands what we want to see. And we're going to see him on Monday reuniting with DX in Brooklyn. Is that the spot where The Fiend makes the return? I'd say yes. Why not? But until then, you know, again, The Fiend is not coming back tonight. He's not. So if you want to see The Fiend, wait until Monday, or maybe wait until SmackDown on Friday. Now let's focus on this card that we have in front of us. Now, in total, we have about 6 matches currently on the card. So what I'm going to do is scroll down, and of course we're going to talk about some of Triple H's NXT stars making an impact. Now, first of all, you notice one thing. The Brawling Brutes, okay? We're going to read the preview into this because I want to go into more of these specifics so that you understand how Triple H's NXT stars are in fact making an impact on the main roster. So, of course, you got Ridge Holland and Butch, right? Ridge Holland and Butch, of course, on the Brawling Brutes. So, here are some of the stars that I want to get into that are from NXT, alright? So, pretty much, let's draw a line so you can understand what I'm saying here. Alright, so here we go. Here is a line that I just drew up. Right, here's Gunther, here's Butch. Alright, on the Brawling Brutes. In Imperium, you got Ridge Holland, the leader, Giovanni Vinci, and Luke Kaiser. So these guys, again, guess where they came from? Triple H! Developing them the right way to do it instead of Vince just putting these guys down. Alright, you're noticing a lot of these old school NXT changes on the main roster, which has been very, very positive in my opinion. Now, let's get to the veteran of this match. A guy who is certainly going to be a future Hall of Famer in this business. And that, of course, is Sheamus, a former 2-time world champion. So, I think the Brutes win this match just because you want to see the Brawling Brutes continue to make the positive impact they have on Friday Night SmackDown. So Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes will win. And for Imperium, I'm sorry, but this is Triple H is slowly building up this tag team. And I think down the line, and this is how I feel about what's going to happen here, down the line, I think Gunther and Butch do have a chance to make solo impacts down the line. When it's all done, this tag team, the Brawling Boots, is working. Keep it up. And then we'll see what happens down the line. But the main takeaway, I do feel what will happen, Sheamus will get a chance in the Intercontinental title again. It's not a matter of if, but when he does. Because making the Brawling Boots the good guys has certainly worked out, and we've loved it. Okay. Now we're going to move on to our next match of the night. And that is Edge taking on Finn Balor in an I Quit match. Now, I can understand what has led up to this match happening in the first place. Pretty much, if you didn't see the last pay-per-view, Dominic Mysterio turned against his dad. And pretty much, long story short, Edge has not been happy with his former tag team, the Judgment Day, pretty much decimating Rey Mysterio, decimating himself, decimating Matt Riddle, and I'm still wondering, where's Randy Orton? Because he perfectly fits into this equation right now. I'm upset with Triple H on one thing. Where is Randy Orton? I mean, this would have been a perfect time to bring back Randy Orton. See, if one superstar comes back tonight, I think it's Randy Orton. Don't give me the excuse, oh, we want Bray Wyatt back. Maybe Bray Wyatt comes back to be the good guy. I don't know. You got to remember one thing. Bray Wyatt is a crazy lunatic. That's the character that possesses Bray Wyatt. Why would he fit into this storyline? So, the way I see it, I think, and I know I'm just being crazy to say this, but I think this is what leads up to Randy Orton, Matt Riddle, and Edge becoming a tag team. You're going to see this trend for the next couple of weeks. Randy Orton returns tonight. You will hear voices come back after Finn Balor just destroys Edge tonight. Why should Finn Balor win? Because then Randy Orton comes back. And then it leads up to a match at Survivor Series. I think you will see a Survivor Series match with Riddle and Edge and Randy Orton taking on Finn Balor, taking on... Actually, no. Let me think this out. Right. So I'm trying to think this out very carefully here. They have to add another member of the Judgment Day. I mean, can you have Dominic in this match? Possibly. But there is going to be a point where there will be a father versus son match between Dominic and Rey. That will happen. But Randy Orton comes back tonight. And if he doesn't, I think he comes back on Monday. But I think they want to I think they're going to keep going with this Judgment Day match. And until then, sorry Edge, you're not going to win tonight. But I do think they keep this storyline going. It's working. It's another example of how Triple H knows what he's doing with the storylines. So, Judgment Day's Finn Balor wins. Sorry, Edge, I just don't see you winning tonight. Okay, moving on to SmackDown. Another NXT superstar, a former NXT champion taking on another former NXT champion. Drew McIntyre taking on Karrion Kross in a strap match. And you know what? I think Karrion's going to win. And you know why I think Karrion's going to win? Because he's had the experience in NXT. This is his moment. He can't lose his debut match. Sorry, Drew McIntyre. I just don't see you winning. So, sorry. Karrion Kross wins. Now, another logical way Randy Orton could come back tonight. Riddle taking on Seth freaking Rollins. Now, let's say if Riddle's getting the living you-know-what beaten out of him tonight. This is another situation where I think it leads to a freaking Rollins versus Orton match. So, freaking Rollins wins. And you could see Randy Orton intervening with this one too. Don't be surprised. So, I guess we're going to close out with the women's matches. Bayley. Yeah, Bayley. Taking on Bianca Belair. Now, this has been very, very interesting, to say the least. Since coming back, Bayley has been tearing it up. There has been no question. She's made her own little fraction with Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Damage Control has certainly been very, very interesting to watch on Monday Night Raw. There's been no question about that. So, Damage Control, I think, will end up going to SmackDown after this. And this is where I think Bayley has to realize that Monday Night Raw is just not going to work out for her. So what will happen is I think Bianca does win. Okay? You got to remember one thing. Damage Control still has the Women's Tag Team Championships. So you will see them on SmackDown. And it will likely be on the next episode. So, I know it's not going to work out for Bayley here. Bianca should win. And I'm telling you, Bianca's just been tearing it up this year. There is no question. I like to see her at least walk into the Royal Rumble with the Raw Women's Championship, but until then, this is it. Sorry, Bayley, you're going to SmackDown, and that's the way it's going to end up. And then last but not least, this is where it leads to my theory of why I think it's going to be Ronda Rousey taking on Bayley down the line. Why do I think this match will happen? First of all, Liv Morgan is not Extreme. I don't see her defending the championship tonight. You gotta remember one thing. Ronda is a former UFC champion. Has Liv Morgan ever had any MMA experience before? No. Everybody's in delusional if they think that Liv Morgan is going to win this match tonight. Oh. Ronda wins. And if Ronda doesn't put Liv Morgan through the Extreme, then I don't know what else is there to say. Alright, so there you go. That is the card for tonight's pay-per-view. Now, the next pay-per-view will be on November 5th in Saudi Arabia. So, I'm going to have to probably post that video on Friday, the 4th next month. So, November 4th will be my next pay-per-view prediction video. Because if I don't put it out on Friday, then the video might be a little bit outdated. And the only reason why I'm recording before noon today is because I figured, hey, it works out. Nothing really important happens on SmackDown anyway. I am disappointed, though, that they keep moving these pay-per-views to Saturdays. I mean, you want to compete against college football, that's all on you, but that move won't work out till January. Just my opinion, but I am just so exhausted talking about the nonsense of this pay-per-view craziness. No way that you think to yourself, obviously Roman's going to take on Logan Paul at Crown Jewel? Really? I have to predict that one, unfortunately. Let's just hope the nonsense of Roman Reigns ends sometime next year. Because I'm telling you right now, and you're hearing it from me first, you will see The Rock come back. If you go on his Wikipedia, there's currently no films he's planning to release next year. Black Adam is his upcoming film, and then after that, The Rock has plenty of free time. So, don't be surprised if he faces his cousin Roman, like I've been saying for a while. So, 8 p.m. is the start time tonight. Obviously, I won't be watching live because I am hoping the New York Mets can try to save their season tonight. And we don't have the Yankees until Tuesday. So that's pretty much it. Try to enjoy the pay-per-view if you can. 8 p.m. on Peacock tonight. So until the next one, please take care.